Hey guys, I opened a YouTube channel today called Study at Home, and I hope it can be useful for some of you. Today we're going to start with the past perfect simple and the past perfect continuous. Okay, so take a look at that. So past perfect simple and past perfect continuous. Okay, so how do we form it first of all? So the past perfect simple is formed with the verb had plus the past participle. Yeah. For the past participle, I would like you to revise and check the material from the first semester. And the past perfect continuous is formed with the had plus the been, the infinitive of the verb, and the ing at the end. Okay. So why do we need the past perfect simple in English? So let me show you this timeline here. Okay. So we have the past, the present, and the future. Yeah. The past perfect is basically a time frame or a tense that we need to talk about specific past situations. Okay. So what does that mean? Let's take the past for a second here. See, all of this is the past. Okay. And in this past, we have different or multiple actions going on. Okay, this is why we need the past perfect. So if you look at the past perfect simple, okay, we have an action in the past happening before another action in the past. Okay, so basically if you look at this again, yeah, we have an action x1, we call it x1, okay, that happened in the past, and action x2 that happens in the past. However, x1 happens before x2, okay? And this is why we need this tense. The first action finishes before the second action. So basically we're talking about a past action, of course, okay? And with the past perfect, we want to make clear what action happens first, okay? And the focus is, of course, on the result. What we don't have to forget in this case is that the first action needs the past perfect simple, and the second action, the past simple. Okay, so how could we see this? Yeah, if we look at this again, x1 is further back in the past, yeah, while x2 is closer to our present. Okay, so action x1 would be in the past perfect simple, x2 in the past simple. Let's take a look at a few examples. Okay, now I had finished dinner by the time he called me last night. Okay, so this person finishes dinner before she receives the call. Okay, so I finished dinner, let's say 6 p.m. in the past yesterday, and then we have the call at 8 p.m. Okay, we have a few other examples here. By the time we arrived, he had left the house. Okay, he had left is in the past perfect because it is the older action, x1, remember? Okay, so when we arrived, the film had started. Okay, so first the film starts, then the people arrive. Okay, so had started again, the past perfect simple, yeah, is action x1, and we arrived is action x2. Okay, now let's move over to the past perfect continuous. So here it is a little different. First of all, the duration is the focus here. Okay, again we have the first action and the second action, just like we had in the past perfect simple. So the first action is in the past perfect continuous in this case, yeah, not in the simple form. And the second action, like here, is in the past simple. So what is the difference? Well, the difference is the following. In the past perfect continuous, we have two actions, okay? We have action 1 and action 2 again, okay? The focus in this case is another one. Let me mark this in red, okay? We have action number 1, and we want to know how long was action 1, so x1, going on until x2 happened. So basically the focus is on the duration, as I said, yeah, and we're focusing on the time frame of this action, so all this time frame, yeah, until action number 2 happened. Okay, if we look at a few examples, yeah, let's look at this here. She had been working at that company for a year when she met James. So she had been working, yeah, for a certain period of time, yeah, until she met James. So again, she had been working, time frame, until she met James. She met James is x2 in this case. Okay. Now we can look at another example. I had been studying for 2 hours by the time he called me last night. Okay, so here I was studying for 2 hours from 6 to 8 p.m. So I started at 6. I was studying for 2 hours until action number 2, called me last night, came in. Okay. Okay, I hope that this was clear. Yeah. If you have questions, feel free to contact me. And for the positive, the negative, and the questions, when it comes to the past perfect, please take a look at some of the resources that I showed you online a few months ago, and we will talk soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.